A European logistics company was just 3 days away from signing a multi-year cargo transit agreement. The contract would manage thousands of shipments along the land corridor between the EU and Russia. Their counterparty was a Moscow-based consultant named Dmitry. On paper, his profile was flawless: 15 years of industry experience, a degree from a respected institution, sole director of his own firm. The Western company's compliance team ran Dmitry's name through 2 industry-standard screening tools. Both databases returned a clean result: no hits, no warnings, and no apparent risk. Relying on those clean reports, the company prepared to sign. They were unaware that even the most expensive automated tools are often blind to the specific way modern sanctions evasion is architected. By signing this agreement, the company was stepping into a significant violation of U.S. law. The legal exposure was built into the corporate architecture, a layer the firm's software was never designed to see. Identifying that risk required looking past the name and into the Russian Federal Tax Service registry. The registry confirmed that Dmitry was the sole owner of his Moscow firm, which matched everything he had told the client. However, the records also revealed a 34% stake in a separate transport holding company based in St. Petersburg, an entity Dmitry had never mentioned. This St. Petersburg company appeared dormant, with no active filings for years, but it remained legally active, with 3 distinct co-owners listed in the registry. The third owner was a foreign legal entity, a limited liability partnership registered in the United Kingdom. While this structure isn't inherently illegal, it is a common pivot point for creating offshore secrecy. To understand who was actually behind the deal, the investigation had to shift from Russia to London. At UK Companies House, the timeline provided the first red flag. This specific partnership was registered in October 2022, just 8 months after the invasion and the subsequent expansion of global sanctions. The registry showed this LLP shared a single London address with 47 other active companies, all of which were registered in that same short window. This pattern of bulk registrations by formation agents immediately following new sanctions packages is a documented footprint of structural evasion. Following the ownership of the UK entity pushed the chain into its third jurisdiction, a holding company in Cyprus. By accessing the Cyprus Registrar of Companies, investigators were able to pull the beneficial ownership declaration mandated by European anti-money laundering laws. The filing identified the ultimate beneficial owner as a prominent Russian national, bypassing Dmitry entirely. This individual is heavily tied to the Russian state energy sector. He was placed on the OFAC Specially Designated Nationals list in April 2022. Through 4 entities and 3 jurisdictions, Sanctioned Capital had engineered a corporate labyrinth designed to trick a Western firm into a partnership. Armed with these findings, the client's legal team immediately terminated the negotiations. The decision was driven by the U.S. Treasury's 50% rule, which carries severe consequences for any company that ignores it. The rule states that any entity in which sanctioned persons hold a 50% or greater interest, even if that interest is spread indirectly across multiple companies, is treated as blocked by the U.S. government. While 4 entities of distance can create a sense of security, they provide no legal separation from liability under U.S. law. Standard screening software failed here because it was never designed to traverse international borders or parse holding company chains. It only looks for a direct name match. None of this data was hidden behind a paywall or a hack. Every link in the chain was sitting in public registries, available to anyone who knew where to look. Standard name screening only identifies direct matches. In an era of structured evasion, manual, public source research provides the only verifiable defense against these legal liabilities.